Good morning class. Once again we are back with our geography chapter number 3, mineral and power resources. Now in this chapter we will be learning about the various types of minerals and power resources that we have in our vicinity or nearby areas. I believe that you know the meaning of mineral and power resources. Minerals and power resources, these are the substances that we get naturally. Okay, nobody has to actually make it. It is found naturally under the ground. So let's begin our chapter today. Here you will find a small story. You can just read and go through it. I'll just tell you that these are the two kids, Kiri and Sukhan. They had went to their native place near Dhanbad, and Kiri said that why this place is so black and dirty. So he said that there is coal mines nearby. So what do the trucks they carry? This coals around them. So what are this? They are minerals, and that is what they have it here. And these trucks carry mineral coals. That is why this area is very dirty. So for an example, Sukant replied that, have you seen how a biscuit is being made? So it is made up of flour, milk, sugar, and sometimes eggs are mixed together. So while you eat, do you actually separate these ingredients? No, you cannot separate them. Yes, so this is the same way that minerals are present in the rocks on the earth and they are mixed with them. So you cannot see them separately. These minerals are scattered all throughout the earth's rocky crust. So that is what the explanation has been given. Please keep your pencils ready with you. You need to underline a lot in this chapter, and there are many important things, important questions, one word, two word, and one sentence answer questions are very important here. Many objective types questions you will get from this chapter. So let's see. A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is a mineral. So what is a mineral? Please underline it. A naturally occurring substance that has a definite, evenly distributed over a definite chemical composition is called a mineral. So that means this mineral is something that is naturally being occurred and has a very specific chemical composition with them. Okay, minerals are not evenly distributed all over the space. They are concentrated in a particular area or rock formations. So minerals are not same in everywhere. They are concentrated at a very particular area or a rock formations. Some minerals are found in areas which are not easily accessible, such as the Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctic. So even in this region, Arctic Ocean bed and Antarctic regions, you can find minerals but which are not easily accessible. This entire paragraph is important. Please underline the whole of them, including the down paragraph. Please underline it, mark it as important one. Minerals are found in different types of geographical environments under varying conditions. They are created by natural process without any human interference. They can be identified on the basis of their physical properties such as color, density, hardness, and chemical properties such as solubility. So how a mineral can be identified they can be identified on the basis of the physical properties such as the color of the mineral or the density of the mineral, the hardness of the mineral, and the chemical property and its solubility. So this helps us to know about these minerals. Please underline them. Okay, they are very important. Next, the next topic we have is types of minerals. Now what are the different types of minerals we have? Let's see. There are over 3,000 different minerals. On the basis of composition, minerals are classified mainly as metallic and non-metallic mineral. How many types of minerals we have? 3,000 different types of minerals. And these minerals are divided into two basic categories, that is metals and metallic and non-metallic. There are basically two types of minerals, metallic and non-metallic. And even metallic has been divided into two sections, that is ferrous and non-ferrous. And before we begin with it, let's understand what is metallic and what is non-metallic. Metallic minerals are those minerals which have the presence of metals in it, and non-metallic are which do not have presence of metals in it. So metallic minerals contain metal in the raw form. Okay, metallic minerals. Please underline this entire paragraph. It is very important. Please see to it that metallic minerals are minerals that contain metal in raw format. Metals are hard substance. So what are metals? Metals are very hard substances that conduct heat and electricity. So what does metals conduct? They conduct heat and electricity and have a very characteristic of luster or shine. Every metal has their own luster and their own shine. Iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore are some examples. Please underline them, the names. What are the types of metallic minerals we have? Iron ore, bauxite, manganese ore are examples. Metallic minerals may be ferrous or non-ferrous. I have told you metallic minerals are being divided into two sections again, ferrous and non-ferrous. Now ferrous minerals means what? Which contains iron in it. Ferrous minerals like iron ore, manganese and chromites contain iron. So they are known as ferrous. A non-ferrous means which do not contain iron. A non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron but may contain some other metals such as gold, silver, copper or lead. So they are non-ferrous. Now again to non-metallic. Materials which do not contain metals, limestones, mica, so they are not metals, okay. They are simply just a mineral. You can see it is, what are those? Limestone, mica and gypsum. These are the examples of non-metallic minerals. The minerals fuels like coal and petroleum are also non-metallic mineral. Even coal and petroleum do not contain any metals. That is why they are non-metallic. Minerals can be classified by mining, drilling or quarrying. So minerals are being classified into again three sections: mining, drilling or quarrying. Okay, now let's see the above one. Do you know? A rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals but without definite composition of constituent of mineral. So what is a rock? A rock is an actually aggregate of one more mineral but which do not have a definite composition of a constituent of mineral or rocks from which minerals are found. Rocks constituent of mineral, rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. So even through mining we get ores. So rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. Although more than 2,800 types of minerals have been identified, only about 100 are considered as ore minerals. Okay, understood? Now the next topic we have is extraction of minerals. Now I told you that how minerals are extracted. They need to be taken out from the earth crust. So how it is being extracted? It is extracted by mining, drilling, quarrying. So these are the three different types of extraction of minerals. And mining has got two different categories. That is, one is open cast mining and the other one is shaft mining. Even this paragraph is very important. Please underline it. And in your notebook, please draw this concept chart or flow chart, what you call it as. Figure 3.3 extraction of minerals. Draw it in your notebook. FNB, and also this one, figure 3.2. 3.2 classification of minerals and 3.3 extraction of minerals. Both these flowcharts needs to be drawn in your notebook. Okay. Now let's see. This again entire paragraph is very important. Please see to it. The process of taking out minerals from rocks buried under the earth's surface is called mining. So what is mining? Mining means the process of taking out minerals from the rocks buried under the earth's surface. So under the earth's surface you take out minerals from the rocks. This entire process is called as mining. Minerals that lie at a shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is called as open cast mining. What is open cast mining? Open cast mining simply means by taking out the surface layer. These minerals are at a shallow depths. That means shallow depths matlab they are not very deep inside. They are little on above the layer. So you just have to dig it out by removing the upper surface and you get this minerals out. So they are known as open cast mining. Deep bores called shafts have to be made to reach mineral deposits that lie at a great depths. Now deep bores called shafts have to be made to reach mineral deposits that lie at great depth. So the minerals which are very deep inside, deeper inside, to reach them they had to dug deep bores. So that means borewell. You know how a hand pump or a borewell is being made. You go deep inside it, there is a pipe-like structure which is inserted in it, and from that above the pressure is created and the underground water comes out. So that is how a deep bore is being made. These are called as shafts, and that is to be reached to the mineral deposits which are deeper inside. So this is called as shaft mining. Petroleum and natural gas occur far below the earth's surface. So these two things we get, they are very, very far away from the earth's surface. Deep wells are bored to take them out. So they are so deep inside that deep wells has to be made to take them out. This is called drilling. This entire process is called as drilling. Minerals that lie near the surface that are simply dug by the process is known as quarrying. So minerals that lie, those minerals which lie near the surface, if dug them and do the business is known as quarrying. Okay. So these are the various types of extraction of minerals we have. I hope till this much you have understood. Please draw figure 3.2 and 3.3 in your notebook. And in the next class we will continue with distribution of minerals. By the time, let's move to the exercise. What questions and answers do we have for you today? Let's see, this is a very important chapter. All of them needs to be done in your notebook. Okay, now moving to the exercise. The first question, answer the following question. First one, name any 3 common minerals used by you every day. You can write this. What is an ore and where are the ores of metallic minerals generally located? These 2 questions I want you to write in your notebook. Rest you cannot write. Okay, so first question 1 and 2 is what you will write in your notebook, and 2 diagrams 3.2 and 3.3. Okay, so please do it. Thank you.